Burns Hargis is one of the most impactful presidents in Oklahoma State University's history. On September 9th, he became a permanent fixture on campus when they unveiled this 10-foot-tall bronze statue on the edge of Library Lawn. It was designed by an Oklahoma Hall of Fame artist, Mike Larsen, who Burns Hargis handpicked himself.
I love doing sculpture. It is like going to recess from painting. Most of the things I do are paintings, but sculpture is like painting in clay, and that's difficult to understand unless you're doing it. But moving the figure around and making it work in the round is so much like painting. You have to do the same thing.
From paintings to sculptures, Larsen's art can be found across the country. It was his passion that caught the attention of Burns Hargis.
It began with a phone call from Burns out of the blue. We didn't have any clue anything was coming. Out of the blue, he said, "Mike, yeah, Burns Hargis." Well, Burns Hargis, how are you? And so we talked for a couple of minutes, and he just said, "Would you be at all interested in doing a monumental bronze of me?" Well, yeah, yes, we would be delighted, and so it went from there.
We've known Burns and Ann for a while. We met them before. We did not know them closely. But for a phone call like that, I mean, we were both just really flattered by the fact that Burns would think of Mike.
Martha took a couple of hundred photographs of him in the position that we decided that we wanted, and that was when we came up with the pose of him with his hands on his hips, which is, as I understand, very a common stance for him. I make the initial sculpture, it's called a maquette. Here in the studio, we turned that over to the foundry, and through a process called pointing up, through their computers and scanning and all kinds of stuff, they produce the very large one. And they cut the very large wax into 2 or 3 pieces, bring them back up here so I can do the surface work.
The detail is about 75–80%. And so then they bring it up here, and Mike, you know, touches every surface of it, brings it all the way up, and that's going to take a month or 2 or 3. One of the fun things about the Burns piece is that Burns and Ann signed it both. So you'll see their signature on the back of his jacket, and Mike and I signed it both. It's a great way to make the people that the bronzes are about feel part of the process.
It is an effort, takes a long time to do, but it's worth it.